Hello everyone, my name is Eucloid, and I would like to show you the mod that I have spent the last couple days working on. It adds new redstone components, as you can see, and I'm going to briefly give you an explanation of how they work, show you how to make them, etc. So this first one is called a redstone operator, and it is made just like so. You can see pretty similar to a repeater, except with a couple more torches. So that is the operator. And then just to show you how it works, it has three modes. It has AND, OR, and XOR, and these essentially are just logic gates. So in AND mode, obviously, both side inputs have to be on. In OR mode, either side input can be on, or both, right? And then in XOR mode, only one side input can be on. Both are on. It won't work, right? And then for the back input, this is actually toggling NOT, so this turns it into NAND, NOR, and XNOR. So for NAND mode, essentially, if only... Yeah, so for NAND mode, if any levers at all are flipped, it will work. Pretty much same as OR, really. All the levels have all the levers have to be flipped in order for it to not work. If any levers at all are unflipped, it will not work. And then for exclusive OR, it will, if any levers are flipped for NOR, it will not turn on. And then for XOR, it will always be on as long as the outputs are the same. So you can see if I flip one lever, it doesn't work. If I flip the other lever, it doesn't work. But if I flip both levers, it turns on again. So this is how the operator functions. It's just AND, OR, XOR, NAND, NOR, XNOR, essentially. Sorry if I'm stumbling over my words a bit explaining it. Next, I have the Redstone diode. And essentially how this works is as sort of similar to a repeater, but it is faster than a repeater. This is 0 tick delay. And then also, it is directional. So as you can see, I'm flipping between left, back, and right. So if I'm on the left input will power it. And then the back and the right won't. If I'm on the back, only the back input will do it, and then if I'm on the right, only the right input will do it. That is essentially how that works. Now, I do also want to say, and this is the case for this as well, this does indeed work with hard powering. So, as you can see, it will take hard power from a block, and these also will take hard power from a block. On all inputs, can take hard power or weak power. Okay. And just to show you how to craft the diode as well, this is how it's crafted. Same as a normal, I guess you could say same as a comparator, but without the third torch. Or you could say same as a normal repeater, but just with a quartz instead of the redstone. And to show you that it does indeed work completely lagless, you can see the game is frozen and it is instant. If I show you with a repeater instead, let's do a little test. You can see that for this side, it turns on automatically. And for this side, the first repeater doesn't even turn on. So let's tick unfreeze and see just how long this takes. So again, instant. You can see I can flick this lever after this one, and it still turns on first. Okay, now finally, I have a little thing to show you. This is what is called a half adder. This is used a lot in computation, in real life, and in Redstone. But a half adder is essentially, well, it's a half adder. As you can see, if I flick one lever, then that is, whatchamacallit, that turns on 1. So this is a 1, right? And this could be either 1. And if I turn on 2, you can see that this is now a 2. So if I turn, so essentially it's adding basically 2 bits together. And that gives us a sum and a carryover. And then to make a full adder, all you would need is to take this sort of build right here, and you'd need 2 of these and an OR gate. And then you would have a full ladder. So this is made possible to be this compact by the Redstone operator. There are, I will say, more compact ones that exist in vanilla. I've seen pictures of people building really, really crazy ones. But I do want to say, as you can see, there's a little bit of lag in this design. Obviously, just because I'm using repeaters, and the Redstone operators themselves do also have that same minimum delay of 1 redstone tick, which is 2 game ticks. Right? So you can see there's a little bit of lag, and if I turn on this lever, you can see they're both on for a little bit before it goes to this one, which is a little annoying, right? Maybe you don't want that. So if I am to replace this, if I am to replace the repeaters with diodes, you can see it is instant. It is instant. There is not a single tick where these are both on. I could even do tick freeze right now, power this off, tick step, and you can see it instantly switches, and there is no headache about synchronization or anything like that, and it just makes life a lot easier. So that is very nice. That is how it works. It's good stuff. That is the mod for now. I plan on adding more Redstone components in the future, but for now, there's the diode in the operator. They can be found in the Redstone tab as well. And there's also a whole tab for the mod, which is called Bitwise. Thought that would be an apt name considering, you know, logic gates. But yeah, the mod download will be in the description. It is currently under review on Modrinth. So it may take a day or so from the time this video is uploaded for it to actually work. But if the link does work, then you'll be able to download it. It is for version 1.21.4. It's on NeoForge. And yeah, I do genuinely hope that everyone really enjoys it. Redstone mods are always pretty interesting. So yeah, this is one of my first mods that I've made. I have one other one on Modrinth now called Idle Hands that I'm going to be uploading a video about soon. But in the meantime, everyone have a great day, and thank you for watching.